DJ Sharp MC, live, back on the track. So today I'm gonna go over like the workflow that I've been putting together for doing my demos, or at least getting started with my demos. And what I start with is I take an empty project and I go ahead and turn on my metronome. Then I go ahead and get to my preferences and make sure I don't have my mute recording in the middle of my trying to do stuff. Then I'm gonna go ahead and name my first track, which for now I'm just gonna call it drums, just to get something started. And then I'm gonna name my project we'll name the sequence. We'll call this song, let's call it song 5 since I've been doing like demos. Okay, then I'm gonna go through and browse and pick some sounds. So we'll load that kit. We'll load that kit. We'll load that kit. We'll load that kit. We'll pick some bass sounds. Let's just pick a couple just to get them loaded. We'll pick some electric sounds, just so we have some in the system. Then we'll pick some tube synth sounds. That should be enough to like get me started. Let's see if there's any. And we'll load that. We'll load that. We'll load that. We'll load that. We'll load a clap. And we'll load that. Okay. So I went ahead and I got some samples in. So now we're gonna lay our first track. And let's just go ahead and switch back to our drum sounds and pick a kit. Go full level. We'll start with that. And then I'm just gonna play it. Go ahead and set my bars. We'll just do 4 bars for now. Set my tempo a little bit faster. Okay. So now we're gonna just lay down some quick beats. Let's check and see. Okay, that's my quantize is on, so let's lay some beats. All right, that sounds pretty good. Let's go with that. So we'll stop it, we'll hit record and play, we'll arm it. Okay, that sounds pretty good. Then we'll go ahead and pick another track. We'll take overdub off. We'll go ahead and add a different track. We'll do some hi-hats or something. So you can see the workflow. Entry-level workflow. All right, so we got that up. And we'll do note repeat. We'll go ahead and hit overdub, wait for it to come around, and since we're doing 4 bars, note repeat, here we go. Okay, so we lay some hi-hats. Okay. Then we'll get another track going. And we'll do this like ghost beats. So we'll just call this, let's just call it ghost beats. It's additional beats to kind of add and fill it out. So we'll go. Okay, so we got that. We'll add some claps in. Okay, so we got a beat going. And we're gonna go ahead and save this project so it looks pretty good. We're gonna hit save as. We're gonna put it on my external drive. And we're just gonna call this, you know, new beat. I'm gonna fix the spelling. New beat house. All right, so let's see what we got so far. So it's nothing special, but that's kind of like my workflow. And then I'll audition some additional sounds. We'll overdub it. Okay. So that sounds pretty good. So then what I'll do is I'll take my sequence and we'll go ahead and copy the sequence. So we'll call this song 5A and just make it a different sequence. Okay. So now it's a different sequence. We got song 5 and song 5A. And then on song 5A, I'm gonna go ahead and let's just, maybe we'll do some intermittent muting and we'll put it on automation. So we'll see if we can get this to work. Okay. That sounds pretty good. So then we're going to go through shift preference, turn back on my mute recording and go back to my normal. Now we're going to do the same thing, but when I do the mute this time, it's going to automate it or put the automation in. So we're going to go back to overdub. We're going to start it over. So this will be like an intro. Okay. So now I got at least 2 sequences. I'm going to go back to my grid and I'm going to go to song. And so now I'm going to make a song. So now I'm going to insert in the first track, which we're going to make it the A. And then I'm going to insert in the second track and we're going to make it that first one. And so now I got both of those. I'm going to go ahead and start from the beginning. And now we're going to play the song. And it's going to do 4 bars. And that was like a whole quick workflow with a project and a couple songs. Now I'll probably go back through and get back to my main menu. And then let's say I'm gonna, on the first track, which is the one that is gonna be my main one, it looks like A is like my intro kind of thing. I'm gonna go through and add another track and maybe we'll just make this one like a melody. So we'll just go ahead and put mellow. Okay, so now we got another track we can add some keyboards or something. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch to kits. So we'll add that in. It's kind of a cool sound. So we're gonna go ahead and hit overdub. Gonna start it. So now that'll be the new main beat. I'm gonna go ahead and take that main beat and I'm gonna sequence it, and we'll just call this one, let's make it, to keep the sequence going, since it's AA is the intro and 5 is like the main, we'll go ahead and make this one like 6 so that we kind of know where we are in the flow of the song. Do it. Okay, so now this is 6 and I still have my mute sequences on. So now I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna do a quick mute on this track just to kind of clean it up a little bit because I kind of didn't like some of the sound. So we're just gonna go. Then we're gonna go through and maybe do the mute beats a little bit. Okay, so that just mixed it up a little bit. We're gonna go back to song. We're gonna go ahead and insert one more, and then we'll make this one the new one I just added. Okay, and so now we'll play the whole new song. So that's how you sequence and do a workflow, or at least how I'm doing it based on the entry level. Sharp MC Live, back on the track. Peace.